We are starting on something new today. We're going to talk about your bucket list. Does anybody know what a bucket list is?
No.
Good, you will. I'll tell you. Today, got some exercises and then I'll tell you what a bucket list is. And then I'll show you the top 10 bucket lists of people all over the world. Then I'll give you a bucket list vocabulary, and then we'll have a bucket list dialogue. Huh? So, stand up. Arm stretches, especially Monday morning. Bro, you guys didn't work. You didn't work this weekend, did you? No? So you should be all wide awake. Alrighty. Oh, there we go. That's good. Now neck roll. Anybody hear popping when they do that? Mine pop, 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 pops. Okay. Do you all know what a yawn is? Yawn? Okay. Yawn. Good morning. Now, try to yawn out of the right side of your mouth. This is your right hand. So, okay. Now the left side. Good. One more big regular one. Okay, now sit down. Now everybody's ready for a nap? These are the same vowels, but we're going to do them backwards this time. So, I'll say them, then you say them, then we'll all say them together. So, U, O, I, E, A. Good, everybody. U, O, I, E, A. U, O, I, E, A. One more time. U, O, I, E, A. For these consonants, I'm gonna hold this up in front of my face. So when I say P, it moves the paper. When I say B, it doesn't move the paper. When I say V, it doesn't move the paper. Same with T and C, but they're all smiley consonants. So I'm smiling when I say them. So P, B, V, T, C. Good, everybody. B, V, Z, D, C. B, B, V, T, C. B, B, V, T, C. Good. Now you remember blah, blah, blah? Blah, 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 blah. Good. You have to be careful. If you have gum, blah. Okay. What is a bucket list? A bucket list is a list of the things that you want to do before you kick the bucket. This is a bucket. Okay, a square. Buckets are usually round, but this is still a bucket. Kick the bucket means to die. You all know what this, right?
Yeah.
So I go to kill myself. I stand on a bucket. I kick the bucket. Right? So a bucket list is a list of the things that you want to do before you die. Kick the bucket means die. So somebody says, Tom, how was your dog? Oh, he kicked the bucket. He died. But a bucket list is a list of all the things that you'd like to do in your lifetime before you die. So maybe Patrice has always wanted to fly an airplane. And that's something really important to him. And if he can, before he dies, he's going to fly in an airplane. Julia always wanted to go up in a balloon. Do you know hot air balloon? And that was on her bucket list. So we did that for her birthday. We went up in a balloon. And so that was her bucket list. Somebody who puts together lists like this decided that these are the top 10 things that people want to do before they die, people all around the world. These are the northern lights. Have any of you heard of them? They're also called aurora borealis, but northern lights is easier to see. This is in Alaska. And particles come from the sun, all the way from the sun, and they hit our atmosphere when they come in, and they make colors. And they make colors in the sky. And they make this noise, like noise. That's on my bucket list. I've always wanted to see the northern lights. And the whole sky at night turns reds and blues and greens and purples. And it looks like almost you're in a waterfall of colors. Run a marathon. Anybody run a marathon?
No. Yeah.
You've run a marathon?
Me.
26 miles? 10 kilometers?
10 kilometers.
10 kilometers?
Yeah.
That is, 10 kilometers is, come on, wake up. 10 kilometers is 6.2 miles. A marathon is 26 miles.
Okay.
So five times longer than a 10K. I think a marathon, I don't know what it's called in K. I have run 1 marathon and 4 ultra marathons. 50 miles, run for 8 hours straight, and then one day just took a long run. But I want to run another marathon before I die. Go on an African safari. In the old days, African safaris, people would go to Africa, pay a lot of money, and they'd shoot elephants. But now, people go to Africa and they take pictures. Write a story or a novel. That's number 4, I think. That's number 4 on most people's bucket list. The list of things that they want to do or experience or see or taste before they die. And that's writing a short story or a novel. Anybody written a short story or a novel? Yes? You've written a short story? And nobody else? Anybody else want to write a short story or a novel? Yeah?
Yes.
Have you written a lot of short stories? Musikaru? Have you written a lot of short stories? Or just one? Just one? I have written, is it 10? I think I've written 10 novels. That's a whole book. And a couple hundred short stories. Number 5, people want to hike the Great Wall of China. Do you know what the Great Wall of China is?
Himalaya.
Pardon?
Himalaya. Your name is Himalaya.
Himalaya?
Himalaya.
C'est le sommet du Himalaya. C'est un chien.
China, a couple of thousand years ago, wanted to keep people out. So they built this huge wall. It runs for thousands of miles through China. And you can see it, from the astronauts can see it. It's so long, the astronauts can see it. If you notice, the wall's not very tall. It was just, but it was tall enough so the horses couldn't get over it. Men and women could climb over it and start wars, but their horses couldn't get over it. It's kind of what Trump wants to do with his wall in Mexico. Number 6, learn to play a guitar.
A guitar?
Pardon? Oh, sorry, an instrument. An instrument. Whether it's piano or guitar, I just saw the guitar. So. Whether it's piano or drums or guitar. Anybody, have any of you ever wanted to do that?
Yeah.
You? And I know Krappen. That's it? Uh-huh. Snorkel the Great Barrier Reef. Snorkel is when you put a mask on, and you have a tube, goes like this, and you come up out of the water, breathe, and go back under. And you can see, that's the tube right there. This is called a snorkel. The Great Barrier Reef is, you've heard of Australia, right? The country Australia. All around one side of it is this real shallow water with all sorts of interesting fish. Look at the size of that fish. I mean, it's got to be this big. And a lot of people would like to go swim in that. I would. Skydive.
You will?
Pardon?
You?
I want to. It's on my bucket list. Anybody else want to skydive?
Yeah, he can do that by himself.
No? Nobody?
Not me.
I've always wanted to. When I get healthy and strong again, I will.
I want.
What?
Pardon? What did you say?
I can do it.
You said
You
that?
want to do it? You want to do it? So do I. Okay. See the Great Pyramids of Giza.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anybody else? Do you know what they are? The pyramids, this shape is called a pyramid. Like this, but 4 sides. Buried all the way down here were kings from what, maybe 3,000-4,000 years ago. And you know, you go to a cemetery and there's just a gravestone, you know, in a cemetery, and you take flowers and talk to it. That's their gravestone. These are people. Give you an idea of how big they are. And all in here are all these secret rooms and secret staircases. And if you go down this staircase and step there, a big block of cement will smash you. There are all these ways to keep people from getting in and out of them. Climb a mountain. Anybody climb a mountain?
Me.
You have? What mountain?
In Mexico, in Mexico, I say cerro.
Cerro?
En mountain is cerro. Y
Okay.
está en Jesús, Cristo.
Mhm.
Y está Cristo en
En Guanajuato. Cristo Rey.
no, pero no, está otro que es. Ay, hold on. Sometimes yours
Yeah.
is one day
Yeah.
in yours. In Jalisco. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yo, pero allá en México.
In Mexico?
Rocky Mountain. Aquí también, pero ahí.
Pardon?
En Denver.
In Denver?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain.
Me too.
Yes. Pardon? In your country? I have in Colorado.
Me too.
In Colorado, yeah.
Yeah.
Julie and I climbed what's called a 14er, which means we're elevation about 5,000. We climbed up to 14,000 feet. That was at Twin Sisters. And we climbed a couple of smaller mountains, and someday when I get healthy and strong again, we will climb more mountains, bigger mountains. Okay. What am I doing? What we're going to talk about, the reason why we're talking about bucket lists this week is we get some new vocabulary. You get to talk about things that you want. You will tell other people in the class things that you would like to do. They don't have to be on this list. Everybody can make their own bucket list. And it will give you something to talk about when you're talking to each other. So today we'll do a dialogue, and next Wednesday, the homework will become you talking to each other the way we have been doing. And that's just more talking. So, take some, pass them around, please. Take some, pass them around. Some of these words you know already. Does anybody? The first word is achieve.
Give me the one, please.
Oh,
Keyword.
Oh, no.
Victorianne is hogging them.
Achieve is like a seed.
Pardon?
Like a seed. Like a file. Achieve.
Achieve. Just say it louder for me.
I said achieve like a file.
Like a fight?
Files.
So he talked about somewhere we can save documents, narrative, yeah.
Could be.
Storage, like a storage.
Like
Storage for book, yeah.
oh, files. Oh, okay. Files. No. I'm trying to think what you were thinking of. Achieve is you take a class at school, and when you finish, they give you a piece of paper for your achievement. Achieve is something you accomplish, something you make happen, something that's hard that you did do. So Julie and I climbed that mountain, and we achieved something. When you get a B in school, you succeed, and you achieve a B. Achieve means something that you do that is difficult. So, I made some fish last week, and it was really, really good. And that was an achievement.
So achieve is a verb.
Yes, achieve is a verb, and achievement. And did you look it up in French?
Mm-hmm. Atteindre. Non, c'est pas ça. L'écriture en français c'est comme ça. L'écriture en français c'est comme ça. Archive.
Archive.
C'est archive. Achievement is push.
Yeah, sharks. That's not on my bucket list.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Teresa. Perfect. Do you know what this word is in Spanish? Achieve.
Achieve. Es like reconocimiento.
¿Conocer?
Sí. Cuando les dan a los niños una carta en la escuela de achievement.
I didn't think it was in, it's, lograr, accomplish, lograr, okay, like, lograr,
Sí, pues un reconocimiento a un logro que pudieron decir.
Como cuando le dan un diploma.
Sí.
Next word, balloon. Do you know what a balloon is?
¿Globo no?
Like this kind of balloon, or the big kind, you go up, yeah. Buy, nope, not bye-bye, buy, okay. Climb, like climb stairs, like that, climb. Like climb a mountain or climb stairs. Cruise.
I wish to be enough.
Yes. Cruise means kind of just going slow.
¿Un crucero?
El Titanic.
That's a cruise ship. You go and it's like a big hotel that floats in the water. So that kind of a cruise. And what kids do, teenagers, when they first get their license, in Greeley, they drive real slow, kind of lunge, and the boom, 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 up and down 10th. So kids cruise. If Julie and I take off the top of our Jeep and go for a drive this afternoon, and it's just a nice slow drive down dirt roads, 15 miles an hour, we are cruising. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Deep. Yeah. Way down. Here's a lake. Here's the top of the lake. This is deep. This is not deep. Our bathtubs, most bathtubs are only this deep. You know. Eat. We all know eat, yes? Eat. What word?
I talk about deal.
Pardon?
Deal.
Deep?
Deal.
Deal.
D-E-A-L.
Deal. I'm playing, cards. Cards like poker. Deal. That's dealing cards. We are, do you know cards? Playing cards, playing poker.
Yeah.
Alright? I deal, which means I give you a card, you a card, you a card. I deal. Or deal also can mean that I will pay you $100 to paint my kitchen. And you say, okay, for $100 I'll paint your kitchen. And I say we have a deal. Any other? Remember in English there's usually a couple of meanings for each word. So this is deal. You and me making an agreement, that's a deal.
¿En español qué significa deep?
Expensive.
Deep.
Much money.
Hondo, profundo.
My car is expensive.
My car is expensive.
Claro.
Caro, expensive. Expensive is
Much money.
no.
Okay.
Spanish es caro.
Pardon?
In Spanish, caro.
Caro? So you,
Expensive.
experience.
Experience.
Anybody know experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Yes?
I do before. Something I did before.
Yes.
Experience.
Something I did before. So I can experience climbing a mountain. I can experience learning to play the guitar. I can experience food that I've never had before. I can experience going to a movie. Experience is anything you've done.
Experience learn English.
I'm sorry?
My experience learn English.
Yes. You're all experiencing learning English. Float. Yep. Yep. Float is here I'm swimming, and here
I don't.
I'm just floating on the water. Or so you get in your bathtub. Everybody knows bathtub?
Yeah.
In the bathroom where you sit in the water. You get in your bathtub and you have toys, and the toys float on the water. The duck floats. Good. Fly. Yep. Fly. Fly in an airplane. And that little, well, a butterfly, but you know the housefly? Bzzz, that's a fly. This fly is a verb. Inspired. Inspired.
My father.
Somebody say it loud.
Inspirar.
Inspired. No, what does it mean?
When you have a new mind about something, you have a lot of mind about something.
A lot of mind about something? Yes. Yes. It's I looked at my. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to say, if I say I inspired you, I can say that.
Yes. And Masiman's dedication, he's working so hard in English, it inspires me. And it's like, oh, he's doing it, maybe I can do it. Inspired you feel here or think here. It's where something makes you want to do something or want to try something. So let's say back to writing novels, and I said I've written 10 novels, and Kreppen says, if Tom can write 10 novels, I can write a novel. I inspire him to write a novel. Inspired, to me, to Patrice, inspired is here. To me, inspired is here. It's wherever, whatever kind of people we are. I feel things, Patrice thinks things. Learn.
Learn English. Learn English.
Learn English, yep.
Cook.
Yep, learn English. I've mentioned a novel a couple of times. This is a novel.
Yeah.
Okay. A big book. That's a novel. Okay. Play.
Soccer.
Yep.
Playing Broncos.
Play Broncos,
Yeah.
or you can play a guitar,
Oh, no.
or you can go outside and play.
Sí, pero ellos le dicen a cuando para tocar le llaman jugar también. Cuando tocan un instrumento, ellos le llaman play.
And it also just means, play also means just have fun. I mean, so I can play the guitar like this, or I can play it like this. I'm just playing. I'm having fun. Ride.
Ride the bicycle.
Very good. Ride a bicycle. Patrice, when he had a car, gave rides to these guys. It can also mean I want to ride a horse. Yeah. It can also mean I want to ride a horse. Right? Run.
Run the marathon.
Yeah, run a marathon. Yep, exactly. Sharks.
Shark.
Yeah, very good. Do you guys know any? Who else? Every shark? Tell us what it is.
The sea.
Pardon?
The sea.
Yep. A big fish
A big fish.
with a lot of teeth and a fin.
A king of fish.
King of fish.
Sometimes it-
Yeah, he's at least the scariest. Skydive. Kreppen and I will go.
Yeah, this guy that.
For my 60th birthday, Julia wanted to send me to go skydiving. I wanted to skydive. Julia talked to people so I could go skydiving. My sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, came to Greeley to visit us. And I thought my brother-in-law and I would go skydiving. And my sister and Julia would look up. My brother-in-law said, no way. He wouldn't do it. He and I went hang gliding. Do you know what that is?
Sky es el cielo. Es manita. No. Sky no tiene nada. Sky es cuando se sube un
paracaídas.
Oh. Eso es lo que se llama. Sí, sí. Porque drive es con la R. Porque eso tiene drive es con la R. Es das. No sé. Es para caídas.
I'll come back to it. My brother and I went hang gliding. Imagine a really, really big kite, and you run and jump, and you go through the air like this. And he did that, but he would not jump out of a plane. Snorkel. Snorkel is a verb. I would like to go snorkeling. I like to snorkel. It's also, that's right here. That's the snorkel. It's a tube that she breathes through. She comes up out of the water, it goes back under.
Can I ask a question?
No.
If you come out of the water, why do you need a snorkel?
Because it is easier. That's the surface of the water. That's me. Here's the snorkel. I can just swim along. It's out of the water. I can breathe and I can watch all the fishes.
So you don't have to be out of the water.
No, wait. If I go deep, then I come back up and blow the water out, and then I can breathe again. So here's the water. Here's the water. Remember, I have a big mask on. And that mask, when you come out of the water, slips a little, and it fills up with water. So if you, the more you can keep your face in the mask underwater, breathing through the tube like a straw, the longer the mask stays on. But when you go snorkeling or scuba diving, which is where you have air on your back, that mask is what keeps the water from getting in your eyes and nose. So you come up out of the water, and you have to shake your mask back out and put it on. I'll get you snorkeling someday.
That scares me already.
In Hawaii, well, I went snorkeling every day. I went snorkeling every day and took fish, little breadcrumbs to feed the fish, and they all go like this. The water was only this deep. You just kind of lie down. Anytime you stand up, the water's only this deep. But with these things on, you can see everything. Swim. Swim. Good. Trek.
Travel.
Viajar. Viajar.
Travel.
Viajar.
Todo.
Viajar.
Sí, travel.
Oh, okay.
You missed.
Oh, I missed travel. That's why I put it travel. Okay. Travel, that's to go from here to there, or from there to there.
Travel to California.
Travel to California. But trek, anybody know trek? Trek is very, very complicated, very hard. I just trekked. Usually it means walking to see something interesting, to have an experience. But trekking just means going someplace. Often it means walking. Like 2 years ago, Julia and I hiked all day. We started very early in the morning and hiked 10 or 12 miles through the forest and up and down hills to get to these waterfalls. We saw the waterfalls. I got in the waterfalls. Julia laughed at me. We turned around and we walked back out. And when we were done, I said, that was a long trek.
Oh, trek is the same as travel?
Trek and walk,
Truck and walk is the same?
they're very close.
Oh.
Trek and walk are the same. So I'm going to trek through the forest to get to the waterfall. Or I can say, I'm going to walk through the forest. But usually, you don't trek to Jerry's. You trek around them, you trek on a trail, or you trek through the city to experience things. You have another question?
Well, I was thinking of Star Trek.
No. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, well, think about it. They trek from star to star.
No dice las vías.
No, fíjense como cuando uno camina por atrás, como en el río ahí, es como
Ahí dice Troac, ahí en el río, en el Buda.
You know Star Trek, right?
Dice Troac.
También donde pasa el tren, dice track, las vías del tren.
es por las 10, ¿eh?
Do you know?
It's like a track, it's like caminar, it's
Yes,
like walking
yes.
around some place.
Yes, yes.
Or go to that,
Along.
like a 2 mile. Like when you go to the mountains, it just you say.
Yes.
I heard my kids to
Yes.
say that too.
That's, yeah. Usually,
Sí, es lugares donde puedes ir a caminar.
Julia asked about Star Trek. Do you know the TV show or the movies Star Trek? Nobody? Never mind. Okay.
So trek is far?
No, Trek is the...
Just walking or
Trek signifies that you're walking through or around or in something for an experience. So you would walk to Jerry's, but not trek to Jerry's. If I go to the mountains, I can walk in the mountains, I can hike in the mountains, I can trek in the mountains. So what was, you said camino,
Caminar.
caminar, which is like more, caminar is more important than just walking, right? No?
It's
Walk is
The same
slow.
thing? Okay.
Walk
Caminar
is more, walk is slow. Or walk.
Walk, hike, and trek are all the same. Treks are walks, hikes are walks. But if I say I hiked in the mountains, you understand. If I say I trekked around the mountain or around the statue, or I trekked through New York City, it kind of means more than walking. It means it's more important, more significant.
I talk in the Pura River. The Pura?
Yes, on the Poudre Trail.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you could say,
Yeah.
I went for a trek on the Poudre Trail, or I went for a walk on the Poudre Trail,
Yeah.
or I went for a hike.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Okay.
Visit,
Visit
visit,
my home.
to go some, yeah, visit your family, visit a museum, visit the zoo, come and visit me at my house. I will visit you at your house. Where? Pardon?
Where?
Yes. Where?
Church.
I wear a shirt.
Vestir, es como vestir.
Yeah. I wear a shirt. I wear shorts. And write.
Escribir.
Yep.
Dress.
Right. You write a what?
I write the test.
You write a test?
Right?
Yes.
SMS talking about his phone.
I write it later.
You write with his phone, so
I think what you say.
you write message.
Write message. Yes.
Write message.
Yes. Write a message. It's write or write. Okay. Any questions on the vocabulary?
What? Oh, write es escribir.
Or it's that, it's also this. So.
For first of all, I can say that I wanna share my goal.
Ding. Exactly. That's exactly what Krepin just said. For the first word, I want to achieve my goal. Perfect. We achieve things, usually it's something that's a little hard. You have to work a little to achieve it. So I want to achieve my goals. I want all of you to achieve in English. Go ahead. Questions? I think Julia just put on the coffee, but yeah, give it a minute. So after we take a break, you are going to make sentences. Okay? I will show you some parts of sentences in a minute, but you will pick a card from the bucket. It's actually just a piece of paper. And this says, learn to play an instrument. So, you take, learn to play an instrument, and put it with this sentence. This sentence, this sentence, this sentence, this sentence. Before I die, I have to learn to play an instrument. Or I could say, at the top of my bucket list is to learn to play an instrument. So you are going to take this part of a sentence and put it with any one of those. And let me tell you the things that are in the bucket. If you, some of these I showed you, some of these not. See the northern lights. Do you remember the northern lights? The blue and the green and the purple. Go on an African safari. Hike the Great Wall of China. Snorkel the Great Barrier Reef. See the pyramids of Giza. Remember the pyramids? Go whale watching. Do you know what whales are? Huge fish, blow water up there. Okay. You can go up to Alaska and pay money and get on a boat in parts of California, and you get on the boat and you wait for the whales to come up. Ooh, ah, click, 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 click. And you go whale watching, just to go watch the whales. Swim with sharks.
That shark.
I do it. Go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Does anybody know what the Eiffel Tower is? It's a very, very tall metal structure in the middle of Paris. And
She wants to go. Yeah.
fly in a hot air balloon. Drive across the USA.
Yeah.
Before I die, I want to drive across the USA again. I used to drive back and forth all over the country for years. I'd live in one town for a year, move to another town, move to another town. What? You think that's what's funny?
No, no.
No, just.
You wanna do with Julia?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to go with Julia?
Oh, you thought I meant I'd go by myself and leave Julia behind? No, we would like to someday get a Winnebago, those big campers.
Oh, yeah.
Or a pickup truck, four-wheel drive pickup truck with a big camper, and just drive around for a year. Just drive. And camp, stay in hotels, see things. Run a marathon, write a story or a novel, learn to play an instrument, skydive. climb a mountain, swim with dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you know dolphins?
Yeah.
Do you know dolphins? Okay. Take a boat trip on the Amazon River. Amazon is the longest river in the world. It is the very longest, and it goes all the way through Africa. And there's bugs and lions and things that eat you and very... Pardon?
Cocodrilo.
Crocodile.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Crocodiles, yes. Drive a race car? Anybody want to drive a race car?
No.
No?
Un carro de carreras.
For my brother's 50th birthday, 50, I got him a day of driving a race car on a track. And he got to 150 miles an hour.
I have a nephew, he went to Las Vegas
Uh-huh.
and he paid $200 for ride one of the cars.
Yep. Yep.
And he's really crazy about it.
Yeah. Well, you didn't hear, she said he's really crazy about it, not just crazy. The one I bought from my brother was $500. And he drove in one of those race cars that are like tubes with big tires. And you sit way down in them. And he loved it. Flying a helicopter.
No.
Anybody ever been in a helicopter? Nobody?
What?
Helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been in a helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many.
How did you go in a helicopter? Was it for your job or just for fun?
No, it is
No.
our president.
Yeah.
It was our what?
Only president.
Only president uses in my country.
Oh, a lot of people have helicopters?
No. Only the leader.
Oh, only the leader?
Yep.
But how did you get the president?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you said. How did you?
Yeah, never take.
Oh, you've never been in a helicopter? Have you ever been in one? Up in the air? No. They're fun.
My son.
Your son?
Yeah. No, in the Las Vegas, coming in Las Vegas. Tour, pero.
My son in La Base.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the army?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, many years ago, part of my job, you know, the helicopters are those little bubbles, and then there's the gear that they land on, like little feet. I wore a harness and another harness here, around here, and I leaned like this out of the helicopter,
Oh my God.
taking movies. And then Julie and I, for one of Julia's birthday presents, we took about a 2-hour ride in a helicopter around Mount Rushmore. Do you know Mount Rushmore, the big side of the mountain where presidents' faces are?
Oh, yes.
And we went all around that in a helicopter.
Nice.
And take an Alaskan cruise. Remember, a cruise is a big boat up in Alaska where you can watch the whales, and you can go to the glaciers where all that ice is coming down. Questions? Because this is what you're going to be doing. So next, after coffee. No? Okay. Let's bathroom, coffee, stretch a little, and come on back.
Café, tiempo de café, niñas.
Copita.
Rice? You have rice?
I'm sorry.
Wallace here?
Wallace?
Wallace.
Wallace. I'm not understanding the word.
Wallace. Network.
Network. Oh, wireless.
Yeah.
Yes. Hang on, I don't remember. Oh, wait a minute.
La pronunciation.
Inspired.
PR pound dollar 124. Oh, it's right there. And the SID is TGNNPROJ. Okay, let me I'm just right here.
You want to switch on?
Yeah, but that's the correct password.
Sometimes it's it, and sometimes it's I.
Darcy, how many kids do you have?
3.
3.
My oldest is 27. My daughter is 24.
20?
27, 24, and 22. My baby.
Because you have the largest van in the city.
Let me tell you, I used to ride my nephew, my cousins in California. When I ride my van in California, I used to have full van. All the time, I take them to the classes for the church, catechisms, in the school, so that's why. And now I need a small one. But I feel it's really good. My van never problems, never nothing. It's already 2000. Since 2002.
Yeah. Got it? It's on? It's, bye-bye. It's slow. Whenever I tried to pull up, it's running slow.
No, I have my son.
Yeah, my kids, they say, you need another small one. I know.
And my
Well,
daughter.
right before class, Julia called and her car broke down again. So I had to go get her to bring her here. So if you have a car that works, keep it.
It's really nice. I don't have any problem with my van. So I feel, and I asked in the dealer how much they give me if I put it in there, and they say like, like 2 or 3 years ago, and they say 3,000, and I say no. It's very good, my friend. We went already to Florida, Mexico, and California. We go and coming, and we went to Vancouver. And the next plan is going to New York. It's with TV and it's very comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's more than 200,000.
Yes.
It's more than.
More than 200,000 miles? I am getting, I'm going to sell my Jeep. And I'm getting my other car is getting fixed up, and it has over 200,000. It's a Pathfinder SUV, and I'm gonna sell the Jeep and drive that.
Your Jeep?
Yeah.
My youngest, he wants to buy a Jeep. He has a 250 Nissan. It's a sport car. It's very noisy.
Yeah.
And, but I don't know now. He's planning to go to the mine school.
Oh, the School of Mines in Colorado Springs?
No, Colorado. It's in Golden. It's
Oh, in Golden, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
But it's going to be next year.
Oh, that's great.
He has a really good grades.
He has a really good what?
grades.
Grades?
Yes.
Very good.
So I hope he continues his goals.
Pero, ven, a mí me gusta porque yo lo que necesito es hablar. Y él habla. Porque yo ya en otras clases yo iba y yo escribía, pero ya no sé. A mí me gusta.
Everybody back? Everybody ready?
Porque con él me suelta.
We'll start with you. No, I never start back here. All that I want you to do, all of these, put in every one of those sentences.
¿Cómo me dice? Crazy. Crazy.
I want to run a marathon. ¿Cómo le dice? ¿Cómo le dice? I want to run a marathon in New York.
Before kicking the bucket. See, last line? Before kicking the bucket. See, I want to.
Okay. Oops.
Oh, you don't have to write it. I meant, like, you said, I want to run a marathon before kicking the bucket.
Yeah.
Good.
I hear it, I didn't hear her. Oh, can you say it so I can hear?
Oh,
I run to go a marathon in New York before kick the bucket.
before kicking.
Before kicking the bucket.
Do you see what?
You wanna run a marathon in New York?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The New York Marathon has what, like 50,000 people every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ran the Chicago Marathon, and there were 45,000 people. So did you see what Rita did? She told me run a marathon. And she picked one of those sentences, and she could have picked any of those, but she picked the last one. So I want to run a marathon before kicking the bucket. And if what you pick here you don't like, tell me one of your something that you want. Leave it open. Pardon? When we close the doors, you just room. And since there's nobody in there to get mad, okay. Monsieur Musical, if you don't like the slip you pull out, tell us something that you would like to do. You just say. Go whale watching.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want some help? Here. Here, let me just, I'm going to write this. You can just say them, but watch. Oh, Musica who pulled up, go whale watching. He can put it in any sentence. Anyone. You just have to do one. Yes, sir.
He can pick up a good sentence.
He can pick up a good sentence. Hopefully, all of these fit into all of those. Any sentence up there works with what's on the card. Okay? So, want to pull another one? Just toss that one back in. I'm just trying to give you the starts to the sentence for the end of the sentence.
Before I kick the bucket, I want to see the northern lights.
Good. Do you want to see the northern lights or no?
No.
Okay. No? Okay. But, so, toss back in. What he could have done is, he gets this, see the northern lights. I don't want to see the northern lights. So then he says something that he does want to do. Okay? So if you don't like what you pull here, tell us something you want to do. Monsieur Patrice.
Yeah.
You know to keep food away from me, right?
Same thing? What?
Yeah, because we're putting it back in. If you don't want it, do you want to do that?
Go watch it.
Go whale watching? Do you want to do that?
First, so before I kick the bucket, I want to, and I complete?
Yes.
I want to go whale watching.
Good. I want to go whale watching. And yes, sir.
I have a little problem. So when you pick paper, if you don't know what it means,
I'll tell you.
okay.
I'll tell you, but we just went over them all.
For me, not. So before I kick the bucket, I wanna go to visit University of Montreal. Montreal. Yeah, Canada.
Montreal.
Yeah. Somebody read Montreal. Yeah. Montreal.
Oh, Montreal. Okay.
University.
Ah. Well, that's here. This is not working so far, right? So, Masiman, pick a sentence. Tell us something you would like to do.
Sí. Lo que quieras hacer.
Yes, sir.
I can do it one more.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Before I die, before I kick the bucket, I want to visit all the state of
Before he dies, he wants to visit all the states in America.
Yeah.
Nice.
Join you.
Me too.
Yeah.
Join you.
In Julia.
Before I get bucket, I want to travel to Germany.
To where?
Germany.
Germany?
German. Oh, okay.
Why Germany? Why Germany?
Why Germany?
Yeah, why did you pick Germany?
Alemania.
Because I found out how to say like food over there.
Ah.
Yeah.
Many people say that.
Yeah. People say that I want to see with my eyes.
With your eyes? Masiman wants to go to Germany. Ms. Alma.
Before I die, I have to visit Colombia.
Colombia?
Wow.
Ooh, why Colombia?
¿Cómo le digo?
Is it because it's pretty?
Es como algo fantástico, como algo que quiero, como que siempre es como un sueño, como...
It's her dream, like, you know, the place. Maybe, mira muchas novelas.
Me gustaba.
Because she watched a lot of soap operas from there. So
Oh, okay.
That's why I know that University of Montreal, because it's in one soap opera is a beautiful place. That's why I know.
Yeah, very nice.
Before I die, I have to buy a house in Miami.
Oh, it's a lot of hurricanes. Are you sure?
A lot of what?
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes.
It's
What?
dangerous. Storms, big storms.
Thirsty, this is tornado.
¿Tornados?
Hurricane is
Huge,
Yeah.
big, enormous.
why Miami?
Miami is a state of star.
Is what?
Me, in my life, I want to become a star.
Oh, become a star.
Yeah,
Okay.
Miami have a many star in Miami. People, I want to live all my life to Miami. If I get more money, I can going to buy a house in Miami, living all my life.
How about in Hollywood?
People go to Hollywood.
How about in Hollywood in California, Los Angeles?
Yes.
Well, it's a lot of people's places.
Los Angeles, California, I can travel to see. I wanna live in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Because I nice player, all nice women.
Me, don't like Miami.
How long have you been to Miami? Have you ever been to Miami?
Never.
Never? You've never been either? Why don't you like it?
Don't like
Julia?
At the top of my bucket list is to see the Northern Lights. I really want to see that, and I want to hear it. They're just beautiful.
It's beautiful.
But I want to see it myself, not on TV.
And then I watched in the TV.
Would you repeat it? People couldn't hear.
Sorry.
Oh, no. It's not just you. It's fine.
Yes.
I'm trying to encourage talking, but they couldn't hear her. When I speak,
I want to
everybody can hear
see
me.
it myself instead of on YouTube or on TV.
See what?
The Northern Lights.
Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis.
Patrice, you look like Miami.
Se quiere invitar.
He want to take
I'll bring in a video of the Northern Lights. But the internet's working too slow. Monsieur Victorien.
Yes, sir. Before that, I have to write my story.
Very good. You want to write the story of your life? That is called
Novel?
the real story or make stuff up.
Oh, the story like my experience. Yeah.
That is called
La biografía.
that's called an autobiography or a memoir. When you tell the real story.
At the top of my bucket list is to I make the citizenship.
Oh, very good. Did you hear her?
No.
Say it loud.
That's my wish.
Say it loud.
Say that.
They can't hear.
At the top of my bucket list is to I make citizenship.
She wants to become an American citizen.
Oh, yeah.
That's the top of her list. So at the top of my bucket list is to become an American citizen. She comes in on Tuesdays and Thursdays to learn her to study to become a citizen. And sometimes she's here Monday and Wednesday early to work with Catherine before class. Ms. Maricruz.
I want to visit the sea before kitchen the bucket.
Very good.
Where?
Visit the sea, visit the ocean. Mar? Yeah. She said, say it loud so they can hear. Oh.
I want to visit the sea before kitchen the bucket.
The sea. What means that sea?
Ocean.
Oh. The sea is the ocean.
Go in my country. No pay, free.
The ocean might be free in his country, but it costs a lot of money to get there.
Mucho California.
Mucho dinero. Ms. Castellina.
Before I take care to go to New York.
Ah, you want to go to New York? What's in New York?
Mirar el monumento de lo que pasó de...
He wants to be in the center. In the new place they build in the, what is that, towers?
Oh, where the Twin Towers? Ah. Do you know the Twin Towers? When planes were hijacked and went right into the buildings, and the two tallest buildings in New York crumbled, caught fire and crumbled.
Why you give also in everybody speak English, you give also in French. Why?
Ms. Tercy.
And before I die, I want to visit Grace. Grace?
Visit
Grace.
Greece?
Greece?
Greece? Greek islands?
Yes.
Okay, Greece.
Greece. I feel like I'm very romantic person, so I would like to go on gondolas.
Oh.
With my husband.
The gondolas, they do have gondolas in Greece, but in Venice.
Yeah, Venice.
Venice, there, okay. Venice is known for the gondolas, and that's on the bucket list, the next 10 bucket lists.
Before I...
These were the top 10, you came in a little late. These are the top 10 bucket lists that everybody, somebody put together a list of the top 50 bucket lists. These are the first 10. On Wednesday is riding a gondola.
Okay.
I think it's like number 14 or 15. Keep doing this or switch to dialogue?
Keep doing this.
Pardon? Keep doing this? Okay. It's whatever you want. Yeah. Your turn.
Yeah, so me, before I keep a bucket, so me, I like to visit. I want to travel, visit Dubai. You know, 5-star.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna go there.
You want to go to a 5-star hotel?
Yeah.
To buy a 5-star hotel?
Yeah.
That's country.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can all come and stay.
Before to go over there, I should be married. Getting married, and I will go over there with my wife.
About me if you wanna do it.
Tell my life.
You say go over there. Where to?
Dubai.
Where do you want to go to buy a 5-star hotel?
Oh.
Is that
So just me.
Nice place.
I saw it in one movies, and I listen his history, how engineering built. It's very very crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you get your 5-star hotel, we can all come and stay for free, right?
He said no.
No problem.
No.
No.
So I want to know something. Have you been at the Los Angeles?
Yes.
One time?
Many times.
Oh, really?
My
How
father
was it?
very, very crowded, very spread out. Oh, the city is huge, very, very big.
Wow.
So you get in your car and you drive for 2 hours and you're still in Los Angeles. But I like the ocean that's there. My father lived just 2 blocks from the ocean, and I would go stay there. But I like every place. I would not want to live in Los Angeles.
So,
how much we pay to get a flight?
Oh, if you find them on sale, $100.
100?
Yeah. On sale?
Yeah.
So if you have this,
yeah, so just I want to say because only me, I listen about that in movies, Los Angeles, Dubai, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking to visit China.
China?
Yeah.
The teacher there, the teacher that came and sat,
Yeah.
she lived in China.
Oh, really?
My brother lived in China, and my brother speaks Chinese. And she speaks Chinese too. I don't.
no money.
¿Sí sabían que la maestra del otro salón es de China? Que vino a comer
¿Es de China?
Abuelita la que estaba viviendo. No, ella vivía en China.
Pero, bueno, vivió, pero sí.
Who else?
Pero sí sabe
before that, I have to go to Las Vegas casino for play the game casino.
Ah, did you understand what he
I
said?
didn't hear.
Say it louder. Can you say it louder?
I tell that before I die, I have to go into Las Vegas for play the game casino. Before, after I will go to Hollywood, we make the movie, we see a big star.
And stay in his hotel. Yeah, he has a 5-star hotel.
And again, I like El Dorado.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, El Dorado.
No,
I want to go to Mexico for take a nice woman, living my life with.
Next week,
Nice woman.
you don't want to get married?
I thought that I will go to Mexico for marriage.
Oh!
She likes
Yeah,
if you want to travel, you want to do many things, don't get married. You need to be single. Free.
I want to marry, but I can, if I have a
14 years.
35, 40, because I'm young, I can marry young. Travel to many countries. Make my life, make me enjoy. If
when he will get retired,
yeah,
he will go back to
if I have 30, 35, 40, I can marry.
No, so just this guy should make one difference in his dialogue. What kind of thing did he say about married? Married is just put how you call
Ring.
Ring.
Yeah. Ring.
Yeah, in the fingers do your life with a woman. I wanna know.
For me, it isn't good to marry young.
It's not good to marry.
I can.
But yes, you.
For me.
Vivre avec femme. C'est ça que d'abord.
English. I can.
Yeah. I wanna know my.
I can live my life with a girlfriend now. But marry. No now. If I no now. For me, it's good. For me, it's good to marry now.
No.
Okay. I just have 26 years, so I can't marry now.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can marry now.
¿Qué tiene 22 y ya se quiere casar? Ella quiere casarse.
I can just have a girlfriend for live my life with. But if I have, I see your
22 years old.
apartment.
Oh, you are 22.
Opportunity.
Oh, you are very young.
C'est comportement de voir que
bon. Behavior.
Yeah. Okay, if I have, I see. If I get 30, 35, I can marry, I can go in. I have 35, if I have 35 years, I can get more money. I can dream my life, who I want. So now...
did you understand? Yeah, so he said that he should, before he will get married, he should study a woman, her behavior, anything, and if all things work with him, he could marry her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's, did you understand? Oh, Kreppen is saying that he does not want to get married young. I understood you just need to talk louder. Because with your...
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Kreppen does not want to get married until maybe 35. If he finds a girlfriend, and if they get along, and their behavior is good with each other, and if he walks with her like if they're partners, then maybe he'll marry her or somebody else. But wait until he's 35, because they'll have money and his life will be a little settled, and then they can do things together. Is that right?
Yeah, right.
Kira, how old were you when you got married?
25.
25?
27.
How old when you got married?
Casi 93.
23.
14 to 11.
Yeah.
When did you... It's okay. It's okay.
Take your time.
We'll come back. Julia, how old were you when you got married?
20. 27.
Wow. First time I got married, I was 21.
21?
21.
Yeah, very nice. So something in our country, young didn't marry early because over there parents told you should go to school, you should get a diploma, bachelor, master. That's why we take 2 more time before to marry. If not, it's like America who you single work and the government take to my cases, we should marry early.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they don't get married.
Over there, so we don't pay taxes. You know, we don't pay taxes. And we don't have too many company like here over there. You know, before to get a job, really job, a good job, you should go to school. Yeah, it's why we take it to more time to go to school, study. Yeah, it's why.
It's good.
Entonces no se pueden casar si no tienen la graduación.
Termina su escuela.
Pero aquí la termina pronto.
Soy salario mínimo. But it's here in Colorado. It's different in each state.
And what?
Example, Texas, they don't do but the
Yes. Most Americans wait until they get out of college to get married. So 22, 21, yeah. How old is your daughter?
27 years.
Oh, okay.
She graduation in 22 years.
Oh, okay. Who else has a bucket list? Who else?
I would like to know Israel.
Ah.
But I'm scared.
Wow.
Pardon?
But I'm scared.
Scared to go to Israel?
Yeah. It's
When you listen about something who was passing past Israel, yeah, yeah, you were scared.
I'm scared. I feel like it's a. I think it's a beautiful place, but I don't know. Like in another one vision, and another vision is like a lot of people die with. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Like.
Scared?
Yeah.
In
Walls
Israel.
and wall.
It's between the Israelis and the Palestinians.
Yeah, my sister, she just visited a few weeks ago and she coming back and she said it's beautiful. But there's a lot of military people around.
Yeah,
so,
go to see the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, one city on Bible who people do not people wasn't or weren't.
Apostrophe.
Oh, okay.
We're not.
Okay. Be serious in the book. God give one to one prophet. Go to Alet. Go to one my people to stop this behavior with me. I'm not like prophet come and ask, but nobody listen to him. You
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
He's talking about Israel in the Bible. How God was unhappy with the way people were behaving. So he sent a prophet, Jesus, and nobody listened. Who else?
Castellina.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody.
Castellina.
Castellina?
Oh.
Yeah, Castellina.
Oh, okay.
No, shut up.
Castellina.
Continue.
Yeah,
Yeah, what else?
we are waiting for you.
Before I lay, I have to go.
If you try,
Roma,
I can't.
Why Rome?
Italia.
Italia.
Rome, Italy. Why Rome? Because of the Pope?
Yeah.
In the food?
You said the Papa?
Uh-huh.
Before, if I take the bucket, I want to usher my goal and talk with Donald Trump.
You want to what?
I want, before if I take the bucket, I want to usher my goal and talk with Donald Trump.
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
he wants to.
Our lead.
Hold on. He wants to achieve his goal and talk to President Trump.
What would you like?
What would you say?
Yes.
So, me, I wanna become a big businessman. To talk with you, I need this. I need this market. I can make a partnership, relationship.
Partnership.
Yeah. Partnership. Yeah.
He would like to talk to Trump for what is called, in Spanish, he wants Trump to become his patron. And give him, is that right?
Who can help my country? Because my country is a country who made difficult. And because the difficult of my country, who can help my country?
Build company, build.
Go out to court.
Oh yeah.
No.
What did you say? Now, if I become big man, and I get my money.
Donald Trump,
Maybe we'll shoot you.
Crepen and Trump can go to his country. Yeah, sure.
Okay, me, before I wanna get married, I wanna build, yeah, build a beautiful house to my mother, and after that, I wanna build another one for me, and before get married, and after that, before a bucket. Now I want to have three sons. Two boys, one girl.
So, 3 children, 2 boys, and 1 girl.
3 kids.
3 kids.
Okay, 3 kids.
2 boys, 2 sons.
And one daughter. What happens if your wife has a daughter, and then has another daughter, and then has another daughter?
No problem.
Okay.
But I would like to have 2 sons and 1 daughter. and after that I wanna have a big what do you should have? Industry. Okay, I wanna have a big company of transformation.
Of what?
Big company transformation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, to help many people to get job, because in Africa, you know, people don't have a lot of money to
make something like
make
that.
something,
Yeah.
you know. So, after that, I want to die in America.
You want to die in America?
Well, where would you like to build your house?
My house?
Yeah. And where?
In my country.
No. So why you want a house in your country? You want to die in America?
No, because
Yeah, but he said for his mom and for him.
Yeah. So I don't want to have one house. No, I have one house in my country, one house here. If I'm go to holiday in my country, I will live in my house over there. And if I come back here, I will leave my house here. No.
Okay, but let me tell you, it's a lot of people from my country, from Mexico, they coming over here and they work very, very hard, and their dream is go back someday to Mexico, and they build beautiful houses there. From my husband and his sister, that town is a beautiful houses, but all of it are over here in USA. But I don't understand why they work too hard for a dream. Sometimes they don't go back because the kids grow up over here, the grandkids are over here, and they die here. So for me, it not makes sense. My husband is that person that he wants to go back, and I say no, I don't want to go back because I have my kids here and I want to see my grandkids here. And it's the same. I feel like it's the same in all countries because I hear you that you say.
I think that's why he has a house in Benin and a house in America. So he can go visit and stay in his mother's house with his wife, 2 sons and daughter, stay with his mother, big house, and then he can come back here and live here and die here. Yes, did I?
Maybe so for me, so just I could study and get a job, a very nice job here, make my money, and build over there, build too many house, and do lending. You know lending?
Lending?
Yeah.
Lending money?
No, lending like that.
Okay, lending
house. Over there, and make it here, same thing here, and 2 more. So also my kid should study here because in Africa, when somebody study in another country, he have a new experience, you know, and is very, very perfect when he work. I don't say that we study in country where our study is not good, no. But when you get experience in other, and you come, you are a new person, you have new mind, you know. And I make my learning here, I get my retire and go home, I go back, and I'm enjoying my life. And each how to say, each month, my manager put money on my account. Go online, check it. How much? Hey, buddy, how much? This guy? Okay, send me money. And me,
you want what we call here. You want to be a landlord. Landlord.
Okay.
Um,
Landlord.
Nope.
C'est oublié même. Yeah.
Landlord.
Landlord.
That's,
Sí.
he wants to,
It's fine.
Yeah, good.
he wants to build many houses in this country
Yeah.
and live here, make money here, then send his money to Benin, build lots of houses where he can rent them out,
Yeah.
and that makes him a landlord.
Yeah. So why me? I wanna make something like that because right now, $1 is 500 in my country. Think we pay each month $8, something like in my country, a lot of money. Yeah,
It's-
a lot of money.
You know how when those of you that go to Mexico, when you go to Mexico, your dollar is worth a lot more,
Oh, yes.
and American dollar is worth 500.
Right now it's more.
It's more. Same thing.
500 seulement, moi j'ai écrit maintenant. Parce que ça va.
Sometimes it's 600.
Yeah.
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 Fluctuates.
Yeah.
That's the word.
But the little is 500. C'est rare, mais tout le monde fait ça.
$1 es
Money, when, pardon? Fluctuate. When money, a dollar is worth 500, and then 600, 500, then 600, then 400, that's called fluctuating.
Yeah.
You don't need to learn the word, but fluctuating, so if I'm cold right now, and then in 5 minutes I'm hot, and then 5 minutes I'm cold, my temperature is fluctuating. But usually we use the word fluctuating when it comes to money. How much money American money is worth. Like right now, American money is less than English money. English money is better than American money. And so our dollar here, our American dollar in England, I think it's $1.87, something like that. So our dollar doesn't buy as much in England right now, or in France, but our dollar buys a lot in Mexico, buys a lot in Benin.
The problem is that Mexico.
Yeah, my son, he just went to Tijuana, and he say, well, I have $300 to spend. He spent less than 100, so he's so happy. He say it's more, it's better. Yeah, it's better. And I told him for visit it's really good, but when you live over there, it's the same like over there.
Yes. When I was in college, one of the colleges I went to was in Las Cruces, New Mexico. You guys know that. And we went to Juarez to buy all of our groceries. I was a very poor student, and my $50 in groceries in 74, was my $50 for groceries was worth $300 in America. I filled up my whole car with groceries. And we went down every payday to Juarez and loaded up our car. It was a small car, but loaded up our car and went back to Las Cruces because our $50 would only buy a week's worth of food in the United States, but about a month worth in Juarez. So.
Yes.
Okay. I have homework. It's very easy.
Easy?
Very easy. It is just what we've been doing now. I want you to write Here's homework. Homework. Write 5 items or things that would be on your bucket list. Use complete sentences if you can. So you know the sentences. Before I kick the bucket, I want to, or anything like that. But so on Friday, Wednesday when you come in with 5 things on your bucket list. More if you want. Because that's what we're going to talk about on Wednesday. Take some, pass them down. Take some, pass them down. And you were not here for bucket list. You know what bucket list is? Yes, that's bucket.
That red container.
Yeah, right. It's what's a bucket list? A bucket list is a list of things you want to do before you kick the bucket. You kick the bucket needs to die. So a list of things you want to do, and it's called kick the bucket because you know when people try to hang themselves, tie a rope and stuff, they stand on a bucket, they kick the bucket out. That's where it comes from. That's 500 years old. They've been saying kick the bucket. Yeah. Don't forget.